Well, hey, Internet. Once again, my name is David Fitz, and welcome to the 10th episode of the Let's Talk Weekly podcast. First off, I want to say Happy New Year. Welcome to 2014. I know we haven't had a podcast in quite a few months, but there's been a lot going on, and the good thing is that we're back, and in this episode, our friend Tabitha comes back for the second time. And we're joined by Pridestark himself, Waystark, and we talk about a lot of things from gaming, cosplay, the pick of Wonder Woman for Batman, Superman movie. There's a lot of things, and one thing of real importance is on Tuesday, January 7th, 2014. Way is going to be doing some live streaming on his YouTube channel. He's going to be raising money for leukemia research, and it's around the 45-minute or so mark. We begin our discussion on why he's doing this undertaking and why it's important to him. So please, if you are able, please tune in and help out. And if you are listening to this after the fact, we did discuss how you can contribute, and we would like for you to contribute to his stream. But if you're unable to, please contribute on your own time, because every little bit helps. Also, his YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/Pridestark. Pridestark. And while you check out Pridestark's YouTube channel, be sure to check out his video about his Mario challenge for you gamers out there. He has some good incentives for you all for helping out on Tuesday. So be sure to check it out and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please follow the Let's Talk Weekly podcast on Facebook at our Facebook page, facebook.com/Let's Talk Weekly. We have some good things in store for the new year. More podcasts are coming, more interviews, more articles. So we have a lot coming. And please follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/Let's Talk Weekly. So without further ado, I welcome you to the 10th episode of the Let's Talk Weekly podcast. And I hope you all have a great year. Later. Welcome to the Let's Talk Weekly podcast. Just wondering if y'all want to go ahead and get something out the way that we kind of talked about on Facebook about the pick of Wonder Woman for Batman Superman.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, I told you I go there.
Let's see.
Or you said Batman Superman. You said for Batman Superman.
Yeah, for that.
Or did you say I didn't know we were going to go right into there, but okay. So I've had some time to really reflect and to kind of calm down from my disappointment on who was casted for Wonder Woman. My views remain the same, though. I really like the actress, I like the fact that they kind of thought outside the box by using someone of a different race.
Mm-hmm.
I really wouldn't care either way on that, but I thought it was interesting. But I think Wonder Woman has always been that first step into people accepting women with curves. I'm not necessarily a woman with a lot of curves, but I know that she is definitely one of the big steps towards accepting curves as being a positive. And I think that choosing a woman who does not necessarily have many curves and who I know happens to be a model in which people don't really accept curves in the modeling industry, I would say that she's probably the wrong choice. Even if she buffs up or she gets to that point, I think there's so many women who have curves who you could have chosen instead of choosing somebody who's skinny now, will be right on the movie, and then on the red carpet is back to skinny. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's doing Wonder Woman any justice. I even asked my parents what they thought, and my parents were reading comic books when they were younger, and so I really accept everything that they say and appreciate their opinions. But they said, wow, she's really pretty. But isn't Wonder Woman supposed to be an Amazon? Like, isn't she supposed to have some curves in there? I don't understand. So she may do a great job. I think they could have picked somebody a little curvier, especially in the time of Beyonce, the time where J-Lo was sexiest woman alive on People magazine following year Beyonce was. I think we're stepping into some changes where curves are sexy and curves are what we're going for. And it's kind of a step backwards. So that's my opinion.
Got you. Wait, what about you?
You?
Well, if you're gonna speak about it from another standpoint, well, everybody doesn't like Ben Affleck as Batman, but the idea that at least they're taking somebody who can act and be a Batman, like Ben Affleck can act. He actually does very well in all of his roles. He plays that role to the T. Generally, I'm not gonna talk about like Phantoms or anything, but generally he does a really good job. And then you've got the guy playing Superman is doing a great job. I think he's probably my favorite so far.
Right.
And then, which I'm probably going to get like scorned about from people, but I don't care. And then you look at it as for Green Lantern, they're going to have Denzel Washington.
Good
now
choice.
They're going to have and now they're going to take this random chick whose entire career has been Too Fast, Too Furious as a side role and be like, we want you to play Wonder Woman, the strong female character. You don't look like her yet, but my God, let's put you in there. And it's like, okay, so we're just going to start her way back, she's on the outside track, about half a mile back, and let's hope to God she can catch up to Denzel Washington and Ben Affleck, who are both running on the inside track, and basically Denzel Washington's using a golf cart. But I don't know. I just don't know. She's going to be outshined and outclassed in so many different aspects of the way. She's just going to end up being that, well, that was cute. Look at her in her red and blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, my first thought was, okay, well, I'm happy that we're gonna see her. I mean, maybe it had to take to see the success of Black Widow in a few movies to get people saying, well, maybe we can do this. I mean, or go back to Halle Berry as Storm. I mean, it's like, okay, well, I guess we can do this. I mean, I know that a lot of companies really kind of focus on like, okay, it's the male dominant, so we're going to cater to guys. I mean, something I read and listened to a few weeks ago kind of talked about why a certain company, I shall not name, cancels certain shows, and their supposed reason or alleged reason is that they kind of want to cater to young boys, and they don't want the young girls to buy their products, so they don't want that. So we still live in that time, but people are seeing now that can change. But you know, I mean, and then but then also too when it comes to the
Yeah.
whole Batman Superman movie, we could just go ahead and call this Justice League Point One. So,
Yeah, we pretty much could.
I would also have to say that Wonder Woman is at the top of the heap as far as female superheroes go. I think, especially coming from a woman's point of view, I think Wonder Woman is really at the top of the list when you think of female superheroes. And I think really I haven't seen it yet, so I can't really comment. But really, the only superhero that's a female who I think they have done justice anytime recently was, I mean, I was pretty okay with Black Widow. And other than that, I've just been disappointed a whole lot. Who was the other one I said I liked? I don't know. There's like none because I think no, that's not who it was. I didn't like how they did Storm. I think she was a little soft for Storm. I was excited about Halle Berry. She's a great actress. She's super gorgeous and wonderful. But I think that Storm is a lot more hardcore than they gave her credit for. And I think the same thing goes for Rogue. I think they portrayed her as like a little girl who is kind of finding her way and didn't really do much with her powers at all. So a little disappointed with that as well. And even Jean Grey, like she was powerful, but they didn't really do as much as they could have with Jean Grey and Phoenix and all of that. There it is. The only one I've been okay with is Mystique. Like she is bad to the bone. Like she is awesome. She looks awesome. She plays her role correctly. They really did some great casting, great like makeup, directing, everything for her. But I feel like they fell on so many other women. And also, they did okay on Pixie. I didn't really like her that much, but I mean, they did her. They did her fine. Whatever.
Also, as far as Spider-Man goes, Gwen Stacy's on the mark, like 100%.
Gwen Stacy's awesome, but she's not a superhero.
And she's gonna die, so.
Yeah. Spoiler to those who don't know that. Spoiler. Anyway.
And other than that, the only one I liked is Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. She's not even a superhero; she's a supervillain, but she's somewhere in the middle. Anne Hathaway did all right. She definitely gave me crazy, but she didn't give me as much sexy as I wanted.
I have to ask.
You know, from a
Halle Berry, Catwoman. I have to ask.
Oh God.
Did you know she actually accepted an award for the worst movie of the year? Like, she actually went to the ceremony, accepted the award, said thank you, gave a hug, and left?
I will say I watched the movie. I was entertained. But I would not consider it Catwoman. I would say it was a completely different movie. Like, if it was a different movie and she just is a woman who happens to be a cat, or like, then I accept it. It's still not good, but I'll still watch it repeatedly. But I would not say it was a good version of Catwoman at all.
Yeah, it was okay, but that's all I can say on it.
You know who they did really well? That was actually kind of funny? Because it was a horrible movie, but Elektra the actual cast and the character was done really well. The movie just sucked.
Yes. True. I feel like I think. Now, what about Sue Richards? No, and the
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that was pretty good. She was very much too dark for Sue Richards, but, whatever. Most comic book characters are, like, super white for some reason. So that was one way to go with it. Like, I feel like she did a good job. I just feel like the Fantastic Four movies were kind of like, and now we can crumple these up and remake them. But
my thoughts on that, I definitely liked the first Fantastic Four better. I think she was good in her role. I think in the second one, they tried to make her look more like Sue Richards, and it didn't work. I don't know. Like, they made her eyes,
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
They made her eyes more blue to the point where it was a fake blue, and then it was a fake blonde, and then I lost it. It was like if they were trying to really make her look completely different when she looked fine in the first one with regular blue eyes and blonde hair and stuff like that. They definitely tried to overdo it.
True.
It's not good.
True.
I will also say that that's the only movie that I like Kerry Washington in. So, and nobody agrees with me on that, but it is. It is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say, wait. What was her part? Yeah, I forgot.
She was Thing's girlfriend.
I didn't even know who she was then. See, I didn't know that.
Blind woman.
You see,
Yeah, see?
I didn't know.
Yeah, fancy.
I have to watch it again now. Okay.
I only remember because it's the only thing I like her in.
Gotcha.
SNL.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, SNL, and then she did a good job in Django Unchained. Although she didn't have a really big role, but she did a good job.
You're right.
She did.
You're right. I did like her in that. You're right.
Oh.
That's true.
I can't talk about Scandal because I don't watch it, but yeah. Anyway.
Me neither.
We don't either. We're not going to.
Great.
After putting some thought into it really about what they did to, like, female characters in superhero movies, they really messed it up because I feel like they took the comic books and they said, okay, what's the one aspect of this character we want her to, like, embody? So for, like, Rogue, it was kind of like her, I don't know whether I want to be a mutant or not, but they didn't, like, get her strength or anything else. They kind of, like, mixed her with Kitty Pryde and was like, go be Shadow Rogue instead of Shadowcat. Like, they just kind of messed that up completely. Then for Storm, they were like, we want you just to be that, like, I don't know, the try to be leader, the, like, second to Cyclops instead of the, like, aggressive, like, fierce woman that she really is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just kind of gave her that, like, you're a second leader. And then, like, for the Fantastic Four, for Sue Richards, they kind of were like, well, in the comics and in the show, you were kind of, like, almost acting like too wifey sometimes, and he kind of, like, went off and did his own thing. So we're going to make you a nag in the second one. Go! And then, like, they just kind of...
I didn't feel like she was a nag.
They just kind of ruined, like, the female characters. And then at the same time, they were like, well, who's the sexiest type of thing we can find for this role? But they got it wrong on a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, just be more real to the comics and we'll be fine.
What about Emma Frost?
I feel like they're trying to tell us what guys will like.
True. I mean, what about...
Emma Frost was great.
Yeah. I mean, although they messed up the continuity, but we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Emma Frost was great?
I thought she was
Other
was
than
good.
them messing it up, I feel like the character...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Maybe I'm way off. I thought she was great in Wolverine. I thought she was good in Wolverine, that younger chick. But I don't know. I just didn't get it from her. But I don't think it was their fault. I think she was a bad actress.
Yeah. I mean, I've
I
only
think she was a bad actress, and she looked very... Her hair looked like a big Dolly Parton wig. I didn't get it. I wasn't getting it, and I felt like Emma Frost is supposed to be real hot. Like,
Yeah,
and she definitely looked like hot in Texas, like, but not anywhere else.
I guess I was giving her more credit just because I liked all the special effects that had to do with her.
Yeah, I think that was the only thing that bothered me, was that she looked really weird, and I always see Emma Frost as being like, I'll take your man in a second. Like, I always see her that way. I think they did a good job to her character, and I think they did good with the effects and everything. I think it was the wrong actress again.
Yeah, I have to agree. I was just kind of happy, like, oh, it's Emma Frost, okay, and the effects are cool, but I didn't think about it that much. But again, I've only seen that movie twice. I really couldn't get over the whole.
I've only seen it twice too.
Because I couldn't really get over the whole.
Like 50 times. I'm sorry.
How many times?
Get over that they messed it up.
Well,
the whole storyline.
Well, yeah, that
because she was there.
Well, I couldn't really get over the whole Havoc is older than Scott. That's not right. So I mean, among other things.
Yeah, that's pretty wrong too.
And then if we're gonna talk about Emma Frost,
so many other things.
I mean, we saw Kid Emma Frost in X-Men 3. So somebody didn't do their job right. But I'm not gonna criticize the movies. I still like them. So.
We saw.
Well, there are two storylines to the Marvel universe, so that could be a thing. But if you really, really, really want to talk about the mess up, Emma Frost is with Cyclops for like half of the comics.
Yes.
On both sides of the storyline. So at some point, he's either now a pedophile or...
She was a Cyclops on the Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's that.
That Wolverine movie is stricken from my memory because they ruined my favorite character.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Deadpool.
Okay. Yes, I know.
I just don't want to think about it.
I hope that if they redo Deadpool, they do it again with Ryan Reynolds. This is my only hope for Deadpool.
He would do.
One in life.
I think he would do a better job as Deadpool than Hal Jordan. I mean,
yeah, I think everyone thinks that.
I mean, as big as a DC.
Even he said that.
Yeah, I mean, as big as a.
Has admitted to this.
I mean, as big as a DC Comics fan as I am, I was like, that movie was not good. No.
Well, Ryan Reynolds had said that if he's offered the chance to do Green Lantern again, he will say no.
All right.
But he will do Deadpool again. That's exactly what he said.
Oh, God.
And I accept that.
He did such a bad job, they were like, well, we're not using the white one ever again.
I don't know if he did the bad job. I think the entire movie was just a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he and the chick did a good job. The chick who's actually his wife in real life. I think they did a good job.
God.
But how good can you really be? I think the best actor on there was Angela Bassett. So
shoot, I mean,
what? She was like murdered or something.
I mean, she did a good Amanda Waller, and I'm like, anybody you pick for Amanda Waller is like has to be tough. So there's that.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett is as tough as they come.
Because Amanda Waller is one of the only people that tell Batman no and let it stick.
Because that's what it reminds me. Like, I need to start watching Arrow.
He's like, no, go sit in the corner.
True, because I know she shows up in Arrow season 2, but I haven't started watching it yet. But
we haven't either.
Yeah.
Should get on that.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the season. I've seen the last episode. A clip from the last episode. Blue ruined it.
We'll have to get back on Arrow.
Yeah, we do, because I saw a clip from the last episode of Arrow, and now it just makes me want to go watch the rest of the whole thing.
Have you
One
watched...
thing that's really cool about it, though, did you ever see Spartacus?
No, I haven't. I need to.
Well, then never mind. It won't affect your of it.
Okay.
One of the main characters from Spartacus is now a main character in Arrow.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And it's really awesome.
All right. I need to... I'll catch up, and then we can talk about that maybe in a few weeks. Gosh.
That sounds good.
Cool.
So, okay, well, speaking of live action shows, did y'all ever watch Smallville?
I've seen a couple seasons of it, I think, and I've seen enough of it here and there to say I've seen a couple seasons of it.
Cool.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think...
I was watching it pretty regularly for a while, but then stopped.
Yeah, I think
not on purpose, but by mistake.
Got you. I mean, I think it's one of those shows that people either slept on, or I mean, I came in season 5 and then I went back to the beginning and caught up and just kept going from there. I mean, season 10 was really good. Just ended on that note of, I mean, I won't spoil it, but the big fight scene was like, oh, okay, that's it, okay, man, he's Superman now. So I mean, they did continue on with season 11 graphic novels, but I haven't even started reading that yet.
I saw they added Doomsday into that show, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that was, I think, season 8. It was.
Oh, okay.
The concept of it was.
There's so many seasons.
The concept of Doomsday was good for how they went about it, and I think they were given the sandbox and say, okay, now that we like you and you have money, do what you want. So.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I feel like when it comes to although I'm behind on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's kind of like, okay, yeah, the movies are good. Do what you want with the show. So, but I can't say too much about that.
Yeah.
I like it. I like seeing Coulson alive again. But,
Oh, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. No, that show sucks.
Oh.
I don't care.
Okay.
I can't watch it anymore.
Okay. I'm one of the few people that still kind of like it. So. But
I think it's an okay show, but I couldn't wait for superheroes that long.
It's the diet version of Criminal Minds.
Yeah, I think it's like a basic, not really basic, but it's really kind of like a regular police show or like detective show, something like that, but with the comedy that comes with superhero movies and stuff like that. It also has, you're excited because you kind of know what they're talking about because they'll hint on certain comics and certain things. But I was just waiting too long for a big hero or something. And I know that it's not supposed to be about a big hero, but that's what I want to see. I want to see the heroes, and I've never been a huge fan of just S.H.I.E.L.D. or Nick Fury or anything. So I can understand how other people could like it. Definitely. We definitely watched the first couple episodes and gave it a shot. I thought it was pretty all right, but it's just not for me personally.
Yeah,
it would be like making a show about Jurassic Park and having the whole show go, and the first 7 episodes not showing a dinosaur, and then naming it Terra Nova and forgetting about it after half a season. Oh wait, they did that. It's called Terra Nova.
horrible.
To be honest, I only watched about.
Terra Nova is also a decent show.
Wait, I only watched 10 minutes of the first episode and I couldn't do it. So,
Sounds like a funny. You know what?
I mean, no offense to
Two
people.
episodes of Terra Nova, and I saw dinosaurs once.
Well, the only reason I couldn't do it is because I had too many shows to look at. So I was like, I gotta pass on this one. And then it only had one season, so alright. We'll move on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. Okay, I'll just say this. I always like to try new dramas and stuff, but the rate some networks go, they only give you like 3 episodes, and then they say, "Well, that's it." So I don't really want to try. No. Anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I'm happy. Once Upon a Time is still going. I mean, I'm loving that, but you know. Like ABC, what else can you give me besides Shield and that?
Watch it.
What did you say?
Stars has a show called Black Sails that's out right now. That's supposed to be fantastic. That I really want to watch. It's about pirates.
I think that missed my radar. I need to look that up.
It missed mine until one of my friends pointed it out to me. And there's only like 3 episodes in right now, but it's supposed to have the creators from 300 and the creators from Spartacus got together and made a pirate show. So it's supposed to be like ridiculously fantastic, and it's on Stars at the moment.
Oh.
And my friends are all like hyped about it. So I don't know.
You know, I think I'll look it up. I mean, the fact that it's on Stars kind of says that it's probably what I think what I think it is. So.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm thinking the same thing, but I really like Spartacus, so
Give it a chance.
I'll give it a chance.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm only maybe saw like a random episode of Spartacus, and I was like, I didn't know what was going on, so I really couldn't keep up with it. So like, but if it's online, I'll watch it. I mean, I'm sure it is. Okay.
Yeah.
But let me just ask about. I know Animatement's coming up, and I know someone shared their idea with me. So, I mean, when y'all gonna start putting your ideas together?
Well, I think right now we're just kind of planning how we're doing our costumes, but I think we're going to start the actual construction next month. At the beginning of February is probably when we're going to start buying supplies and actually getting to work, I guess.
Okay.
I think we have until May. May? March?
Yeah, May.
May, I think. Yeah, okay. So we have a couple of months after February to get it started, but we're going to try and start February just so that we spread our time wisely.
True, and then you're gonna have people. You're gonna have people asking like, oh, who is that? Who is that? And then when said movie comes out, you're like, oh, I want to do this character now. But yeah.
I know it'll be awesome to be a character before everybody else.
Right.
Because I know once the movie comes out, then really a lot of girls are gonna want to be her. So It's good to do it before the crowd, and then I can choose a road a little less traveled for next year. Or for the next convention.
Well, you have Comic-Con in November if you want to try for that too. So.
Right.
Yeah.
We're definitely trying to at least do 3 conventions this year. So We're giving it our best shot.
And what about New York Comic Con?
I don't know. I know there's Dragon Con in Georgia. And we actually didn't even think about the New York one. That's also probably a good idea. So, and those are kind of closer places, so that's definitely definitely ideal.
Yeah, New York's a big one.
Yeah, because that's in October, so I always forget when Dragon Con is, but it's yeah.
Dragon Con is Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna try and do that. I know I have family who lives over there, so that's definitely awesome. But I also have friends in New York now, so that might be a really good idea that we didn't actually think of. But I am still accepting ideas for costumes for those conventions because I only have my anime convention costume down at the moment.
Yeah, we did look at New York. The reason we didn't decide on it is because it overlapped with where BlizzCon probably would be. And we have decided we're probably not going to go to BlizzCon unless they send me my free tickets this year.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Note to Blizzard.
Yep. Should we do a product placement right here?
Blizzard, send us tickets!
Hi, my name is Waywatcher. And if you don't send me tickets, I'm shutting your servers down. No.
That's a threat, babe.
That's product placement for me. They'll understand.
But, and I think this might be a good segue to something else. Like, I mean, I guess also in the same vein of costumes, what about, like, video game characters?
Video game characters. I personally, all of the games I normally play, they don't have like specific characters you would want to ever dress up as. Except for like the biggest game I play is probably Pokemon, and yeah, I dress up as something like from there. But any other games that I play other than Pokemon and Mario are like Siphon Filter or like something ridiculous like that where I'm just a random spy or something like that. So I definitely don't have any video game ideas at all outside of Nintendo.
I'm going to be Mario, so.
Well, I don't want to say do the cliche princess, but yeah, you can do it.
I think there's always about like 2 or 3 princesses at every Comic-Con.
This is what we're going to do. I'm going to be Mario. You're going to be one of those Troopas with the wings, and Will be a Goomba. Done.
Nice. Oh, that would be nice. That's
Great plan.
And then when you could do the
I would say not ideal.
Then you could go as Zelda's alternate Sheik as a backup. So.
Okay, he said that before, but I've never played Zelda.
And it's really, really, really pissing me off.
Do you have Super Smash Brothers?
I've never played Zelda. I've played Super Smash Brothers, but I only knew like a couple of characters when I played.
Well, wait.
Wii U, and we don't have a Super Smash Bros.
I meant Brawl. That's what I meant. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That's the one Sheik's in.
Oh, see, I've only played Melee, but I didn't know who any of the characters were. Like I knew like Mario and Pikachu.
She's in Melee, but she's harder to get, like harder to be, because you have to do a bunch of stuff with Zelda before you can change her into Sheik in Melee.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't really play that one. Okay. Yeah, I didn't have a GameCube, so I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we had Brawl.
My friend had a GameCube growing up, so I only played at his house, and yeah, so I didn't have a chance to really learn any of those characters.
Oh, well, the next Smash Bros. Comes out in a few months, so yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which cast of characters they'll have. I know they have Mega Man coming. So.
They have also the Wii Fit Trainer chick.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's gonna be a new character.
That would be interesting.
No.
The whitest character ever, because it's not just white skin; it's just blank white.
Just a white page.
Lonely white. I mean titanium. Sorry.
She looks like a ghost.
Oh gosh, that was hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Maybe I'll just be a ghost.
So you should be Edwin from Cowboy Vivo. Edward.
I was like, who? Oh. See, and I don't watch that either.
You have to get on that. Yeah.
I know. I don't. Something's wrong with me.
Well, I believe that's on Hulu.
I said I wanted to be that guy from Try Guy.
Told you to go for it. She wants to be Vash from Try Again.
Gotcha.
I could do that.
Well, there's this guy. Like I think, like when I went to Animation last year, and I think I've seen him every time I've gone. Black guy. He dresses up as like a split, near perfect image of Inuyasha. He has the long gray hair, the ears, and everything. And I'm like, he should walk around barefoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about. Don't know who he is, but it's like he does it every year. So.
Yeah, I think a couple of people do Inuyasha every year, and they do pretty good at those characters. And everyone I've seen do any Death Note characters was pretty awesome as well. Especially all the chicks who are always dressed as L.
Yeah.
Who knows what reason?
And all you need to do is have the Death Note book and just walk around and just ask people, "Can you sign your name?" Or
exactly.
So.
Basically.
I need to finish watching that. I need to finish watching that show. Yeah. I've only seen the first 10 episodes.
I forgot you didn't finish it.
Oh, I will one day. I'm getting better at reading subtitles. All right.
Yeah, that's true.
But who knows? If I do go to Animation this year, I might break out the Goku outfit. I'll bring it out of retirement for a day. So.
For a day, you should.
Yeah, because
you should, or get a new one, or whatever.
Yeah.
Do your Superman.
My makeshift Superman. I'll just walk around with a dress shirt open up, and that's it. Easy.
Yes, exactly. Do that.
I think people who understand it, like, oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. So.
But that's almost everyone who's there. That's everyone's reaction to everyone else's costume. Who are you? Oh my god, I know.
Because I think the year I went as Goku, people were saying, "Can I touch your hair? Can I get a picture?" Or then somebody dressed up as Trunks was like, "Hey, Goku!" And I was like, and I'm just thinking, like, are you gonna say I'm not dead? Okay. So, fun times.
Right.
But what I think y'all should watch. I mean, have y'all already seen the documentary called Comic Book episode 4 of Fans Hope?
No.
No.
Yeah, it's a nice.
Send it to me on Facebook.
Yeah, it's on Hulu. Yeah, I'll send you information on it. But it's a nice short documentary. It follows 4 people and I guess and their time at San Diego Comic Con from 2010, and it kind of gives a little insight to those of us who haven't gone. And one person in particular, uh, she was going. I guess it's like the costume contest, and she and her friends were designing outfits from Mass Effect. Oh, it's
Oh, that's awesome.
so people are very creative, and I think that they said at the end of the documentary that she is going to be a consultant on the actual Mass Effect movie whenever they start doing that. So
Oh, that's cool.
who knows? You all get out there in your outfits. Somebody will notice you. Maybe they'll offer you a job.
True. Very true.
Tabby should be Samus. That would be awesome.
That's good. I saw that one year. It's so funny.
Saw somebody being Samus.
I'd geek out.
Yeah, they were walking around like she was.
Samus is my all-time favorite character, so.
Mine too. I mean, that's my go-to in Smash Brothers. So. I mean, besides Pikachu, but that's my go-to. But I really didn't want to go any further than without bringing up what you have planned for next week. And by the time this airs, this will be before the 7th, and I want to talk to you about the initiative that you have if you want to talk about it. If not, I can cut it out.
No, that's fine. Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm doing a lot of streaming on Twitch TV. At Pridestark is my name on Twitch TV, so you can find me pretty much anywhere on, like, by using the name Pridestark on any of the different things like Twitch or YouTube or Tumblr or all them. But on the 7th, I'm gonna start streaming at noon, and I'm probably gonna end around 5 a.m. the next morning. But the whole time, the idea behind it is if you donate to my stream during that time and come watch, and I'm going to be basically making a large donation to the LLS, which is the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they, do a bunch of research on the blood cancers, and they give money to people who can't afford their cancer meds, and they really help the whole community overall. And it's something that's really close to me personally because growing up, I had a best friend who might as well have been my brother at the time, and he passed away from a late diagnosis of a pretty rare form of leukemia. And ever since then, I've always kind of done something around his birthday for him, which is January 7th. And I really feel like this is going to be something I do probably once every 3 months now.
Okay.
And, yeah.
So how have you gone about getting the word out and spreading the word? I mean, I know you've done it on Facebook. I mean, have you done it like any other places?
I made sure to remark about it on Tumblr a bunch, and I made a YouTube that is basically me just playing Mario blindfolded and saying, talk about it, but it also kind of had like a contest involved to see if I can get anybody interested that way. I've made sure to mention it on my stream whenever I'm streaming. On all the forums I go on, I've made sure to, post something there. I've done the best I can, through like Twitter and Facebook and all that, but I just don't really know what else to do. So, see what happens.
I think the one thing to do is to remain positive about it, and this is just keep faith that it is going to work out, and people will tune in, and then they will be supportive.
Yeah.
I
mean, the way I look at it is, even if I donate just $10 to them, that's $10 more than I've donated already. So, that day. So hopefully it, any amount of money will help.
Mm-hmm.
It's $10 more somebody can have.
Mm-hmm. And if people want to donate directly, do you have the information offhand that people can use?
Oh yeah, they can go to their website, and you can donate directly on their website also, which is lls.org.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will be sure to really be sure to get this up, hopefully by Monday, and get this out and have people listen to it, hopefully, and share it with their friends. And he's spamming Facebook pages.
Nice. I would love for them to donate directly. I mean, that's fine too. Yeah. If you donate to my stream, though, the way it's going to work is basically the first $100 of donations are going to all be donated 100%. And then after that, I'm going to take 20% of all donations. And anybody who donated $2 or more during the time that I'm streaming, I'm going to take the money and go back and basically give prizes out to a bunch of those people that donated. And I'm going to tailor it to whatever kind of video games you play. So say you play League of Legends predominantly, I'll talk to you about it, and maybe I'll get you, $25 League of Legends card or something like that with the money. So it gives back to the gaming community as well and says thank you for helping support something that I feel so strongly about.
Mm. Yeah. That really is a good cause, and I think, say what you will, some people say, some gamers are heartless, but, that's not true. So,
No.
That's not, just because you drive around...
gamers are heartless towards each other.
Yeah, and I'm not going to talk about GTA, but yeah. Anyway. But that's different. That's another story. But on a serious note, I think people at their core, like, they really do care about helping others, and this really is a good cause. Oh.
I agree.
But yeah. What is your what's the name of your stream again, so people can find you again? I'll be sure to put the information in the description for the video.
It's twitch.tv/Pridestark, and okay. Pridestark's all one word, of course.
Okay. And there's no easy transition, but what are some of your games? I would know a little bit about what got you into being into the gaming community.
I would have been the guy making fun of everybody playing Diablo or StarCraft. And those were kind of like the big online games when I was growing up. And I used to give my friends a really hard time about it. And then World of Warcraft was actually the first real big online game. But gaming-wise, I really started out with like the original Super Smash Brothers. Because we used to go to tournaments, like local tournaments in Maryland for it. And you'd have to bring your consoles, and like a bunch of people would show up with tube TVs, and they'd plug them all in some giant center or wherever we were going. I think one time we did it in Blair High School's cafeteria over the weekend, and it was just really funny. Like, we used to do these big tournaments, and they were like the most unsanctioned, like gritty versions of a tournament and gathering ever, and people would like videotape it with like giant VHS cameras and stuff. And you're just like, what is happening here? And I was just some like younger, like 15-year-old kid, like, yeah, let's play some Super Smash Brothers on the N64 with 20 other random guys. and that one girl who looked really shady and probably will cut you. But, like, you know, we do that. But World of Warcraft was, like, the first really big one. And in World of Warcraft, I was Waywatcher or Ziva, depending on what part of the world you were living in to know who I am. And I was pretty big in that game. And between that, Super Smash Brothers, and setting a couple records on other games, I really paid for a lot of my college career that way. And yeah, I mean, from there it kind of spun out into this out of controlness between StarCraft. When StarCraft 2 came out, I used to play that game really heavily under the name of Mar and Waywatcher. And I was considered one of the best, like, 200 people, one of the only, like, non-Asians to be considered a Grandmaster. Mm-hmm. Played League of Legends for a long time, and that's still probably my favorite game I've ever played. League of Legends takes it very easily. It's an amazing game, and I would definitely say that's a product placement right there. It's a free-to-play game, and once it gets a hold of you, you don't have a life anymore. It's fantastic. I don't play it anymore because of that. But right now I'm playing Hearthstone, and it's in the beta phase. And it's a really competitive game. I don't really know where it's going to go in its future because of a lot of weird things going on with it. Mm-hmm. But I will say right now it's a lot of fun, and it's fantastic. It's kind of like Magic the Gathering for people who don't know what Hearthstone is.
Yeah, that's something that's new to me. I didn't know much about it, but I do know a little bit about Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, it's pretty much just Magic the Gathering online.
Okay. Huh. What's funny?
Just how he said it's like Magic the Gathering online.
Well, let me ask you the same question though. You know, when did you get your start into gaming?
Oh, I was born with video games.
Really?
No, but my parents had the original Nintendo. So, and I mean, my parents are just big nerds. They're big, like, sci-fi fans, and you know, my mom had, like, a crazy amount of comic books when she grew up. So, I mean, I was kind of just born into the culture. But we had the original Nintendo with Mario and Tetris and duck hunting and the good old days. And my dad got the first Game Boy when that came out. He still has it, and he had it with Mortal Kombat. And after that, I mean, we got every PlayStation that came out in order, except for once it... Here's what we did. We got the first PlayStation. We got, you know, Crash Bandicoot, that kind of thing. Some basic games. I was really into Parappa the Rapper, even though nobody else is.
You gotta believe.
Jammer Lammy. I still have them. I still have all these games. But then we went on to PlayStation 2, and that's when I started with Siphon Filter, with Need for Speed. I definitely was playing NFL 98 was my first PlayStation. But I never made it onto Madden. But I was definitely really into NFL though. And then I ended up with Nintendo 64. Then after that, I was in college, so I was always in somebody else's room. They either had a PlayStation or they had an Xbox, I guess. I don't really ever play Xbox, really. But I got really hardcore into Guitar Hero, Rock Band, like those kinds of things. But I would say all through college, I was definitely playing a lot of 007, GoldenEye. That was definitely amazing. I used to always play with my friends growing up, and I played a little GameCube growing up with Smash Brothers, but definitely GoldenEye is one of my favorite games ever. After college, I had a Wii. I kind of fell off a little bit, but I was still playing Mario. I have my DS where I was playing Professor Layton, Castlevania. I actually have like Naruto and some random stuff, some Cake Mania. But but then now we have the Wii U, and it came with 2 different Mario games, so we're set on that. Our first game that we purchased was Batman Arkham City. I've played Arkham City and Arkham Asylum before, love them. I played them on Xbox. I also played Mass Effect on Xbox and loved it. That was the only reason I ever considered having an Xbox was Mass Effect. Just because it was so awesome. But at this point, we are on the Wii U and the Nintendo DS. Definitely hardcore on my Pokemon games.
I know.
My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Yellow. I still have my Game Boy Color with my Pokemon Yellow, my Pokemon Pinball. I also have a Mario game on there, but it's like a little mini game type Mario, not really like storyline Mario. But yeah, so that's where I'm at now. Pokemon X and Arkham City.
Gotcha. Fun times. I'll say that. All that is fun times.
Yes.
Shoot.
Long list of console games for me.
Yeah, same here. I mean, the only system that I miss and can no longer find is the old Virtual Boy. But then I probably shouldn't find it because it did hurt my ass.
That's not a big loss.
I only had 2 games. It was a Mario. I think it was Mario Tennis, and the other one was like a space game or something. But yeah. I mean, I think for me it was kind of it was like playing original Nintendo, then Super Nintendo, then Sega, then when I saved my money, got a 64. It was like, okay, this is the best thing in the world. I mean,
right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I played it a few days ago, and it's like, yep, still good. But
N64 all the time.
I think it's still one of the best systems in the world. But after that, like, went to PS2, now PS3, and I mean, one thing I wish I could say I have done is beat a lot of games I have, but I haven't. So yeah, and when I beat Mass Effect 3, I was like, oh, this is great. So, but yeah, I've never beat Super Mario 64, and yeah, I feel sad on that one, but I can still do it. I'm still trying to beat Pokemon Stadium 100%, and that game is I don't know how old. So,
I've never played Pokemon Stadium, actually.
I want to play Pokemon Stadium. That sounds awesome.
You gotta play out. You know what? When we all hang out soon, I'll be sure to bring my copy over.
Yes.
Because I think the one thing I liked about that was it let you play your Game Boy games on the TV. So, well,
that's legit. That's awesome.
Because I think there were times where I didn't want to take out my Game Boy, so I would just put my Pokemon Red game in and sit there and go in and fight the Elite Four and stuff. And I'm like, at the time, like, oh, it can't get any better than this. And see where we are now, but still.
I remember when Final Fantasy VII first came out, and I was like, oh my god, their eyes blink. This is the end of life.
Now you look back at that and you're like, this is a block man. It looks like a Lego man running around.
True. That's true.
Still an amazing.
Yeah. That actually is one of my challenges, is to go back and actually play Final Fantasy VII, figure out what to do 100%, and just beat it, because I never beat it. So, and I'm trying to finish Final Fantasy 13 right now. So, but,
a really good game that if you ever want to like go back and like play something that'll make you feel like, wow, I just did something profound. Go get The Legend of the Dragoon, and just play it. You don't even have to do 100% of it. Just beat the game, and you will sit there and be like, man, I'm really glad I'm human. Like, it just makes you feel like a great person when you beat it. It's crazy. They need to remake that game.
I'm gonna look that up when I get a chance. There's not too many games where I feel like, oh yeah, I'm happy I had this experience. I mean, yeah, Mass Effect was a great experience, but I was still just like, I need more. But I mean,
I'm scared to go back and play Legend of Dragoon a second time. I am.
Why?
It made me feel that good.
Oh.
Because I'm telling you, you feel this way at the end. You're like, man, I just had like a religious experience playing this video game.
So
you do. I'm telling. I promise you. So, you have like some like weird experience, like
awakening.
It's a life-changing event to play this game all the way through and get the storyline and read it. Don't just like skip through it. Like, read the story to it, and at the end, you're like, man, this game really speaks a lot about different cultures on Earth. And it makes you feel good about yourself.
Wow. So, what system was it on? Like, was it PC game or?
It's on PlayStation 1.
Okay, cool. So I'll check.
It was a 4-disc game on PlayStation 1. It was amazing.
Wow. I'll check the PSN store and see if it's there. Hopefully, but. No, but I think we're almost at the end of the hour. Is there any more y'all want to share with the interwebs?
You?
Anything you want to plug about yourself? Your Twitter handles and stuff like that, or whatever.
I was like, what is my Twitter? That's not good at all. You definitely can follow me on Twitter or Tumblr, and I think the name is TabbyCat08, spelled TABICAT 08. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure. I think that's it.
You can find me on Facebook, twitch.tv, or Tumblr with the name of Pridestark, all one word.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Instagram. Instagram's good.
Oh, I mean, how did you come up with the name Pridestark? How's it going?
Well, my grandfather's side of the family, like their surnames are Stark, and they can trace their heritage back to actually the first Starks. So the big whole, like, we have the Knight's Crest and everything. And my grandfather had all girls, so when I get married sometime in the future, I'll be changing my last name to Stark because he asked me to.
Okay.
And Pride is sort of like, I'm a Leo. It's always kind of like the whole, the pride of lions and stuff like that.
Right.
Was kind of the idea. Also, it's kind of prideful, which I'm a kind of an arrogant, like my whole thing is I'm kind of arrogant. A little bit. Just a little bit. Can't help that I'm better than everybody else. But, so the whole, Pridestark, all one word, just kind of fit. It's catchy. I wanted to replace Way Watcher because it had been, a lot of people had taken my name as Way Watcher on other games and kind of like ran with it. It's kind of watered down now that World of Warcraft has been out for, I think it's going on like 9 years.
Wow.
So I wanted kind of a new, fresh start. So I started with Pridestark.
Are you still getting like the following that you had before? No.
It's kind of a coin flip. I'm having a hard time starting up on Hearthstone with it, but it's always kind of funny when people realize and they're like, "Oh wow, Weight Watcher, that's amazing." Well, yeah, that sounds great. Like, it's kind of like I have to sort of kind of refer to myself back to that. So I'm kind of starting over with the following sort of thing. But you get a lot of beta keys, so can't really complain, I guess.
No, not yet. No, but I do want to thank you two for joining me on this episode today or this evening. Yeah, this evening or no? Wait,
Thanks for having us.
Wait, it's Sunday now, so this morning. So yeah.
It's early morning.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. I will be sure to get this up hopefully by tomorrow. But yes,
Cool.
thanks.
Sounds good to me.